ಈಗ ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರೇನ್ರಿ? ಇದಿದೆ. ಬನ್ನಿ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ.
For my research work, start ಮಾಡಿ. For my research work, I am proposing the topic on synoptic conditions and thermodynamic indices for Indian region under the guidance of Dr. Konsal Nagaraj. Thunderstorm is a weather phenomenon. It is a manifestation of thunder and lightning. This thunderstorm leads to various disasters like flooding, lightning. With this, there is a huge loss of life and property. You can see in the photos. Thunderstorms, as we know, it is a manifestation of flash light and thunder in a short duration. That is called thunderstorm. Thunderstorm normally occurs in due to cumulonimbus clouds. Cumulonimbus cloud is a cloud which is vertically, it is developing up to 16 kilometer height. Almost its height is 12 to 15 kilometer in the tropical region. Thunderstorms are accompanied by very strong winds, which it uproots trees, touch houses, and light materials, and it is associated with heavy rainfall in a short duration, which it brings poor visibility for aviation, which is an aviation hazard. Sometimes it is accompanied with snow, flash floods, and also it is associated with the turbulence. Turbulence is nothing but updraft and downdraft in the thunderstorms. And sometimes it may not precipitate. That is called dry thunderstorm. Sometimes thunderstorms develop in a line or series. Okay. Thunderstorms sometimes they develop in a line or in a series, that is called squall line. Squall line is next. A strong or severe thunderstorm may rotate, that is known as supercells. Many thunderstorms move with the mean wind flow. Thunderstorms result from the rapid upward movement of warm and moist air. Thunderstorm can occur inside warm, moist air masses and at fronts. There are various factors which favoring for thunderstorm. First one is atmospheric instability. Atmospheric instability means the lapse rate when it is increasing, thunderstorm occurrence is more probable, and there should be a lifting mechanism like low pressure, depression, circulation, trough, or wind discontinuity, or sometimes due to orographic lift also, where wind is coming from uh, west or western Ghats. It also helps to develop thunderstorms, and there should be a large moisture to develop thunderstorm. And above all, another factor is normal temperature should be above normal. These are the favorable conditions for occurrence of thunderstorm. With these conditions, we are giving the forecast for thunderstorm during few hours. This is a picture which it gives lightning and thunder. That is called thunderstorm. Thunderstorm is accompanied with very strong winds. And how the precipitation is there thunderstorm? How we can identify a thunderstorm? Suppose if there is a thunderstorm over Jnana Bharati, it gives precipitation over a smaller area. If you go to other areas, this may not be, there may not be a thunderstorm if you go to majestic area, because thunderstorms are confined to a small area. That is why it is called mesoscale systems. There are 4 scales of systems. One is global scale systems like La Nina and El Nino. We can, where its length and breadth are thousands of kilometers, or globally it is influencing. Second one is synoptic scale systems like cyclone, low pressure area. We can very well predict global scale system and the synoptic scale systems. If you come to micro scale system and mesoscale system, whose lifetime is very short, and spatially their occurrence is also small. Therefore, it is very difficult to capture in our observatory network, in satellite picture, even radar picture. We can capture the satellites, but well in advance it is very difficult to predict. However, we are using this thunderstorm prediction in aviation for nowcasting in aviation purposes. And this precipitation duration is very small, and it is sometimes it gives a very flash floods, and its raindrops are large in size. By this, we are identifying whether it is a thunderstorm rain, or if it is a monsoon rain, it is widespread. It is not confined to only a small area. Entire Bangalore or even district Bangalore or South Karnataka will receive rainfall during southwest monsoon or low pressure area or cyclone or depression. It is because by identifying the cloud, how the widespread of rainfall is there. By this, we can identify the scales of system, whether it is due to large scale system or mesoscale systems. Mesoscale systems are very difficult to predict, but however, we are predicting for a small duration. There are 2 factors. There is a torrential rain from cumulonimbus. There is a vigorous currents in thunderstorms. Specific humidities vary. These are the favorable factors for the development of thunderstorm. And also the precipitation varies from place to place. Where the center of the thunderstorm is there, it receives maximum rainfall. And at the boundary, it is we are receiving very less rainfall in thunderstorm. There are 3 stages of thunderstorm. One is cumulus stage, second one is mature stage, and third one is a dissipating stage. In cumulus clouds are lifted due to heating or due to some other systems like circulation or low pressure area, or due to orographic lift. And when the clouds are developed in cumulus stage, mainly vertical lifting is there. That is, updraft is dominated. Here in mature stage, the precipitation starts to occur. Slightly, the downdrafts also found in mature stage. Both updraft and downdraft are found in mature stage. In dissipating stage means only downdraft is there. At that time, the thunderstorm is dissipating and it is becoming weakening. That is called dissipating stage. During dissipating stage, winds are very strong. It is uplifting the trees and light objects over the surface of the earth. Sometimes it raises dust, that is called sandstorm, which is found in northwest India like Rajasthan, Punjab during pre-monsoon season. Even during in northeast region like Bihar, Calcutta area, we are that is called Kala Baishaki. That is it gives a lot of disaster. There are various studies are undertaken in India or abroad also. They have conducted some experiments in India. First one is SNCN detected some sequence of thunderstorms over northwest region. Second study was taken in 1941 with the dense network of surface observatory over Bengal area and using radio sound balloons. In US also, this thunderstorm studied was mainly supported by aviation purposes because many aircrafts got accident due to thunderstorm, like microburst or macroburst, which they occur only in airfield, very small area, within 4 or 5 kilometers, thunderstorms are developing. And tail wind and wet winds are changing when there is a thunderstorm. Wherefore, for a pilot, how to land and in which direction, which runway he has to select, it is very confusing one. By the time many air accidents happen, nowadays we have installed radars in many airports. We are giving the weather warnings for thunderstorm before 2-3 hours in thunderstorm, so that we have minimized many air accidents in India and abroad by giving the thunderstorm warning. And India IMD one started to give thunderstorm warning using the InSat pictures and Doppler radars pictures. Recently, Doppler radar were installed in Calcutta and Chennai. With this Doppler pictures, myself I have experienced on this Doppler how we are using in aviation purposes. There is a lot of appreciation in airports from IMD also, from various agencies like Defense, Air Force, and Coast Guards. And what is the objective of our study means understanding the thunderstorm climatology. Climatology means last 30 years how thunderstorm occurrence, whether it is in evening or morning, on which month, on which day thunderstorm occurrence is more or very less. If you take January, thunderstorms are very less because temperature is low. If you take May, June, thunderstorm occurrence is maximum. Why? What is the reason for all this? Scientifically, we have to see the and there is a large variation of thunderstorm activity within a day itself. If you take morning hours in northeast India, monsoon thunderstorm is there. In normally 10 o'clock morning, thunderstorms are very less. Why? Because temperature is very less and the atmosphere is very stable. If you see in morning hours, very clear sky is there. Many times we are thinking that it may not rain, we are not giving forecast. Suddenly it will rain. By that time, the
Media will catch.
media will catch. You are not given thunderstorm. You see this. There are many people are coming. Even our many pilots who are and other agencies who are operating the aviation, they are also asking why you have not given. It is raining here. This thunderstorm gives very poor visibility over airfield. It is very very hazardous for aviation landing and takeoff. Engine landing is very difficult. While landing a pilot, if he cannot see the airfield, how he can land? He cannot stop it also. Many times he has to land in some compound or like that. Nowadays, that is not happening. It has reduced. Still, some aircraft accidents are going there due to strong winds. There are various methods to assess the thunderstorm occurrence. First one is we have to study the synoptic conditions. Synoptic study means it is a traditional method of understanding the analyzing the charts like isobars. How we are drawing isobars. Isobars means the line joining equal pressure levels. That is called isobars. If you draw isobars on the chart, we can identify where the pressure is low, where the pressure is high. When we come to know that there is a low pressure, we can identify now at the surface level. Correspondingly, if there is a circulation or in that area, we have to identify using the upper air data or satellite pictures or radar pictures. And also we can understand how much depth the system is there, whether it is up to mid tropospheric level or low tropospheric level. Based on this the depth of this systems, we are giving the intensity of rainfall. Whether we can go for heavy rainfall warning or only light rain or moderate rain. It all depends on the how depth and how much strong the system is there. If there is a low pressure area over Bay of Bengal near Sri Lanka or Chennai, we are giving a heavy rainfall over coastal Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh based on the synoptic conditions. Synoptic condition may be low pressure, circulation or anti-circulation. Anti-circulation does not give any rainfall. Anti-circulation comes only during the winter season. When there is anti-circulation, it shows that it is a stable air. Only during stable air we can expect this fog only during stable air. But during low pressure, circulation or depression, cyclone, we can expect bad weather. These are all synoptic conditions which they will favor for the tower, which they trigger or lift the moisture to develop the thunderstorms. And there are various other indices of thermodynamics. One is dynamics, another one is thermodynamics. These two conditions should meet to happen the thunderstorm development. Means there should be low pressure, circulation, or wind disconnected. This is first condition. Second one is thermodynamic condition. That is called the atmosphere should be unstable. This can understand only through the plotting of T5 graph. T5 graph means we are plotting dry bulk temperature, dew point temperature, and pressure in the graph using upper air data. We are launching balloons and it goes up to 30 kilometers. Every standard isobars like 925, 850, 700, 600, 500, like that up to 100 SPA level, we are plotting the graph. We are understanding whether the atmosphere is stable or unstable. Suppose sometimes you see we are launching balloon in the early morning hours 5:30, morning 5:30, that is 00 GMT. Sometimes the atmosphere may be stable. Evening it may become unstable. Based on 0 GMT, we are giving the clear. We are not receiving any thunderstorm warning in the evening. In the tropical region, you see every 6 hours the atmosphere is changing. Therefore, we are taking observations for every 6 hours, even for upper air data. But to reduce our expenses, we are launching sometimes only one balloon in a day. Sometimes we may not launch even in evening also. This is our limitations. If the satellite data is improved, we can overcome this expense. We can stop RSRW launching balloons. But however, now as of now, it is not possible to get correct data from satellite. still we are dependent on RSRW data. Using RSRW data, we can calculate various indices which they indicate for the occurrence of thunderstorm, like convective available potential energy. Sign means convective inhibition energy. For Bangalore city, there are conditions like lifted index, K index. Already we have calculated, but we have not published all these things. I have calculated for Bangalore and Bangalore also. Now, recently we have started the observation even at Gadag. Gadag is an old observatory, even it was operated during First World War and Second World War. When the flights were operated between Mumbai and Bangalore, in between Gadag was started to give observations for route forecast. Severe weather threat index, total index, deep convection index, humidity index, wide we can calculate, and we can prepare the criteria how thunderstorms are occurring, and using real-time weather prediction, we can validate what we have calculated, how much they are working and all. That we can document and submit as a thesis for our PhD. And there are various demand from public, like tourists. Many tourists are asking whether we can go for tour or not. Even film shootings. Many people are asking me personally. Many film stars, many directors, even pilots, even chief ministers, chief secretary. Many people are asking me personally. Even at night they will ask whether I can fly in morning or not. Many flash floods in cities. Very BBMP commissioner or many who are administrators in city development, they will ask flash floods whether we can prepare for flash floods and all. This is very helpful to take precautions. Even if they want to construct any canals or gutters, they should know what is the potential of rainfall within 2-3 hours. Whether our structure withholds this or not, they will ask. Well, it is applied in urban meteorology. This document is very essential for administrators who implement the city construction.
Much of the physics has not gone so far. We are introducing physics part of it.
Okay. And agricultural operations, we are giving a forecast for a district level forecast. We have collaborated with the state agricultural universities, Indian Council of Agriculture, IITs, and even animal husbandry, sericulture, fishermen also. We are giving forecast for all these people. It is effectively used, and they have so that their outputs have increased and their expenditure has reduced due to our forecast. And also we are giving forecast for shipping and other ocean activities. And we are giving forecast for Coast Guard, Defense, Air Force. We are giving the training for Air Force people in our Indian Meteorological Department. Even we have introduced this weather forecast for how the infectious diseases are developing nowadays. We have collaborated with state health department based on temperature and humidity. We are receiving forecast based on that. We are developing some models whether in this humid and humidity and temperature whether any dengue or some other disease will develop or not. Now experimentally it is going on.
Only few parts are included in my work.
Only a few parts of my work as I have taught till now. It is a very vast field. Physics part I have not gone in detail, but it is otherwise it takes a lot of time. And also this warning minimizes the loss of life and property. This is with this prediction of thunderstorm, we can increase our GDP, gross domestic product, If any suggestions, kindly tell me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, one minute, sir.